the fan in me, just like everybody else, wants to see another big move. We've gotten used to big moves offseason after offseason in recent years. But the truth is, like you all were saying earlier, they're a little bit maxed out. They're near the top of the league in payroll already. They did just drop a couple 100 million on Aaron Nola. Um, so what Dombrowski was saying makes a ton of sense, especially if you want to have the sort of continued success that some of the best run franchises have. He's exactly right that you can't just load up offseason after offseason on high priced veterans and keep trading away your young, promising uh, guys like Orion Kerkering, for example, who he could be the closer of the future. He could be a closer for 10 years. We don't exactly
Mhm.
know yet. I mean, that might end up a silly statement if he flames out. Um, but those are the types of players you need to hang on to if you want to be able to compete year after year after year, which I think is really the organization's philosophy right now.
Yeah, and John, listen, Rob has talked a lot about in yesterday's presser talked a lot about different guys across the Phillies roster: Kyle Schwarber, Johan Rojas, Taiwan Walker, Christopher Sanchez, Juan Soto. You kind of went through, or Gregory Soto, excuse me, went through a. I wish it was Juan Soto too, but went through a list of many names for the Phillies. And so being there in person is different. You get to read body language, you get to kind of see the way that information is being shared. What were your key takeaways from Rob's presser and even from what Dave Dombrowski has been sharing about just their thoughts on this past season and moving forward for the future of different Phillies?
I think my main takeaway was just that they both seem very genuine. You can read these things in
Mm,
print and
okay.
say, well, they're saying that, but they're actually probably still poking around, and maybe there's a big deal on the horizon. In person, looking in their eyes, hearing the emotion in their voice, you just get the impression that what they're saying is the truth. And I'm sure if the right opportunity comes along, of course they're willing to listen. But I think they're genuinely confident in their guys. I think they feel like they can mostly run it back at somebody like Jock Peterson, get another arm for the bullpen to replace Kimbrel. By the way, good luck, Baltimore.
Yeah.
Uh, but I think they really think this team has what it takes to win a championship. They didn't get it done the last couple of years. They did come close, but I don't think they feel like they need Shohei Ohtani to come in here to really get them to that championship level. I think they think they're pretty much there.
So, John, one of the names that's kind of emerged a little bit could be Stevenson, the right-handed relief pitcher, Robert Stevenson from the Rays. It appears they want to get exactly that right-handed arm to kind of replace the Kimbrel absence. Have you heard any other names being discussed down there outside of Stevenson? And since this is my last one for you, is everything at the winter meetings pretty much being held up by Yamamoto, Otani, and Soto here?
Yeah, it really is. It's just a complete logjam. I mean, that's the talk of the entire winter meetings is that you know those pieces need to move before things can start to trickle down. And the market really needs to be set there so that teams are trying to figure out, do they have $600 million to spend that they're not giving to Otani? And once that gets clarified, then I think you'll see a lot of things moving very rapidly. Um, I think there's frustration among the folks here that uh, nothing else can really move. You can't talk too much about which sort of mid-level right-handed arms are
Yeah.
out there until these big pieces drop.